Hello, my name is Lewis, and today I'll be recording the first episode in my Bushido life change. In this episode, I'll be explaining what Bushido is and will cover my experiences within weeks 4 to 5. Also want to note that this episode is being recorded on the 8th of April. And yeah, let's get into it. So let's start off with introducing Bushido. Bushido is essentially the set of moral code that was used by the samurai of medieval Japan. And this is quite similar to the chivalric code, but as like this chivalric code, uh, it wasn't just a set of rules that the samurai followed, but rather uh, the ethical framework from which the class was built from. And at the time, the samurai made up quite a large portion of the population, so um, the virtues of Bushido were made to ensure that the samurai were both able to control the rest of the lower class and also able to be loyal to their superiors as well. So the term Bushido translates to way of the warrior, as Bushi is warrior and Do is the way. So there you go. And Bushido really emphasizes the 7 core values that I'll be going through in a minute, but some interpretations can expand it to 8 or more, but for this presentation, I'll be sticking to 7. And these 7 core values were um, mainly defined by Notobe Natsu, who wrote the influential piece Bushido, The Soul of Japan in 1900. And this piece really strays away from the martial aspect and hones in on more of the ethical principles that guide day-to-day behavior. But some people can use it as a guide in their martial arts journey as well. But for this presentation, I'll just be using the ethical principles instead. So the values that I'll be sticking to in this project will be integrity, respect, courage, honor, compassion, honesty, and loyalty. And also, I want to note that during this presentation, at the end, I'll explain how I've incorporated each of these virtues into this project, and at the end, I'll reflect on how they've affected me. So, to start off with, I kind of got into this this project just to sort of refresh my memory on Bushido by watching content such as the JRE, who not always on samurai, but they quite like the idea of how cool they were, and yeah, other podcasts as well that mainly talk about the samurai rather than the Bushido. But there's not a lot of content out there that mainly focuses on Bushido, unlike the Bushido Soul of Japan written by Notobe Natsu. But I have a link here that I listened to a copy of, and yeah, it's quite good if you want to check it out. It's on YouTube here. But yeah, I'd have to say though, without it, it's probably likely that Bushido would have been forgotten with. And yeah, because the samurai were abolished and before this piece was written. So without Bushido, I don't think the samurai would have as much of an impact as they have today. So yeah, so this is my first real experience of the journey, and it was trying sushi, which I have to be honest, I didn't enjoy that much, but I had to make an effort to make some sort of change to my diet. And yeah, I have to say it's not very nice and quite costly for what you get, but yeah, I have to say it was in a bid to change my diet, which wasn't the greatest at the time. But I have to say, sushi was definitely not the solution. But yeah, um, and yeah, this is my second experience of the journey, which was when my mum and my stepdad went to the US for about 10 days and left me in charge of the house and the dog. This is my dog here called Mo, sitting in the sun, as he likes to do. Um, he's a pretty chill dog, as you can see, but uh, he has a insatiable taste for food, which can be quite annoying. But that's just pugs for you. But anyway, during this time, I found myself spending more time walking him in the parks, which I really enjoyed. It was a nice break from studying and uh, just getting out the house. It was very nice as well. So yeah, that was a nice break and a nice change, which the walks particularly, I think I'll talk about more in this presentation later. So, and yeah, probably my favourite experience of this episode was going to the football. And my team, Hibernian FC, this day beat the best team in the league, Celtic 2-1. And I have to say, I've always been a fan of Hib since I was wee, but um, probably at the start of the season, so back in um, I'd say August of this year, I started going to the games more regularly. But as a bid to these to make these changes, I wanted to really make an effort to go to all these home games and yeah, I think without this change, I might have potentially thought of not going to the game, but I really forced myself to go, which wasn't that hard to be honest, but um, it definitely helped. And yeah, I feel like going to this game brought me a lot closer to the community. Um, and yeah, again, the best part of it was probably at the end, obviously when we won, because you know you get to the end, it's a bit nervy. They might score a goal at the end and your heart's broken, but we did win, which was good, and we got to sing our club anthem, which was "Sunshine on Leith," and because it doesn't get played very often, it's a very nice experience. It was actually my first time listening to it in the stadium, so it was really good. Uh, and yeah, great experience. But yeah, so far in this episode, I feel like I didn't make as many changes as I thought of like maybe should have, and probably at the end wasn't feeling that different to the start, and yeah, not no positives, no, not really any negatives. I suppose the football is quite good, but um, not really any real changes to my lifestyle yet. But I had some plans for the next week to to start some activities. But yeah, I'll keep you updated in these upcoming episodes. But yeah, stay tuned. You'll have to catch episode 2. But yeah, thanks for listening.